Hey there, hello my friend, Amner Hunter here from AmnerHunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you in another video. Today I want to share with you a small review and demo of 5 plugins, right? 2 of them completely free and 3 new very interesting deals in some music production tools. As usual, you will find the applicable links in the video description and first comment. I'm gonna put also timestamps in case that you want to move around between the mini segments of the video. Before going into the content, let me show you the plugins we're gonna be covering up today. First, we have this new free reverb called RocketVerb by Zak Sound, completely free. Another freebie is this new amp simulator by Spectre Media or Spectre Sound Studios. It's called STORMBLADE. And moving on to the deals, we have a brand new plugin by WA Production. It's called Squelcher. It has an introductory price of $12, only 69% off until August the 30th. And it is worth mentioning that in any purchase here at Plugin Boutique, you get a freebie as well. Also, another huge deal that we have here at Plugin Boutique is the Smart EQ4 by Sonible. It has a whopping 54% off until July 31st. $59 for this awesome and super smart EQ, and it also has the option to rent to own, right, or a one-time purchase. This is the lowest price I have ever seen this plugin by Sonible. And another great deal that we have here at Plugin Boutique is the Sunbear Bus Compressor by Safari Audio or Safari Pedals, only $4.99, 96% off until July 31st. All right. Before we begin with the content, let me invite you quickly to my website, AmnerHunter.com, where you can get some additional free stuff, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks, some extra free tools such as collections of guitar impulses and drum sample packs, and don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I'm updating almost on a daily basis with tons of content like this. So let me know if you are here in the live stream. I'm always happy and interested to know your opinions about these tools. Alright guys, let me now take you to my DAW session and start checking out these plugins. Alright, so let's start with the RocketVerb by Zak Sound. This is a pretty cool algorithmic reverb. It's capable of many different reverb characteristics, from like short reverbs, small spaces, to huge atmospheric and huge like out of this world spaces, right? Here we have 6 different algorithms to add to the reverb itself, right? We have radiation. This adds ionized edge and hidden low mass pull to the wet tail. Orbit, it's a stereo movement around the listener. Filter, well, a single cleanup macro that raises high pass and low pass filters together. We have granular cloud. This one multiplies wet texture or detects dry events into soft granular slices. Comet trails adds diffuse multi-tap trails around the reverb or dry input. Dust, it blends source derived texture into the wet reverb, right? We have these 6 algorithms here. We have 5 main controls for the reverb itself. It had pre-delay, density, length, the size of the reverb, and the shape as well. We have also the algorithmic spaces, right? We have 38 algorithmic spaces here. We can go through each one of them, and it goes to the 38 down here. Okay, and down at the bottom of the plugin, we have the dry and we have the wet here, right? In percentage, we have the width as well. In percentage, we have an output. So yeah, it has a ton of different presets for different applications. Cinematic, deep, dust and radiation, launch pads, smart terrain, mixed utilities, orbital motion, all sorts of awesome, from smaller to huge reverb sounds, right? It also has a randomization button and also has a freeze functionality as well, right? So let's start checking out this reverb here in this guitar track. Let me start adding the wet signal. plugin is off. Sorry. Let's go again. Okay. Let's add, for instance, more motion, more energy, granular clouds. Okay, smaller space. Shape. Let's change the algorithm here. Let's find another one here. Nebula Core. Okay, let's find another one here. Let's go to the first one. Okay, I'm gonna turn off these 6 algorithms. Let's check out some presets. Okay, the width, the stereo width. Let's check out another one. Dry. Some wet signal there. Okay, we have a mono signal there, the reverb, more stereo. Shorter reverb. Okay, let's check out some other categories here. There you have it, my friends, some sounds of this awesome new reverb by Zak Sound. Let's continue with the next freebie in today's list. We have the STORMBLADE amp simulator by Spectre Sound Studios, Mr. Glenn Fricker at Spectre Media. This is an amp simulator with a mixed ready guitar sound, right? It is based on a STORMBLADE amplifier that Glenn Fricker and his team made a profile on Neural Amp Modeler, right? And this new plugin, this STORMBLADE amp simulator, has the NAM82 technology, right? Which is more accurate and less CPU power, less CPU consumption. It has an amazing guitar sound with just like one knob to add or take away distortion. We have a mixed ready sound. You have a boost also to add some tightness to the sound. We have a gate. We also can turn off the impulse response to add our own impulse response, right? We have the power section, and one amazing thing about this amp as well, based on Neural Amp Modeler technology, of course, it's the stereo functionality, right? You can use it in mono or stereo to feed two guitars with just one plugin instance, right? So let's hear it. I'm gonna check it out here in this guitar, like noodling and stuff, and also in a guitar riff with a full mix. So let's go. More distortion, less distortion. Boost. Alright, let's check it out also in this this guitar riff. So it goes like this, and I'm gonna set it to stereo because I have two guitar takes, right? No boost. Let's check it out in context. The overdrive and the distortion knob, which is this in the center, also it seems to add highs. The higher the value, well, probably it's more saturation, more compression on the top end as well. Alright, so there you have it, my friends, the STORMBLADE 2 plugin by Spectre Sound Studios. Let's continue and let's check out the deals as well. Squelcher is the brand new effect plugin by WA Production. It's a bass and low end enhancer, right? So here we have the frequency splitter from 20 till 2K, right? And this will like be a part of the bass treble tilt that we have here, right? Depending on the frequency, the sort of the crossover frequency that we select here, we're gonna tilt the sound over to the highs or to the left to the lows, right? Or here in the center, it's gonna be like an equal measurement, highs and lows. We have this Squelcher part of the plugin. With the depth, we add this Squelcher effect. To the right here in the squelch knob adds some sort of modulation and flanging effect, and to the left here it's like a bit more focused on the tail of the sound, and here to the left it's more focused on the transient or the peak, right? And here you're gonna hear that effect, the squelch effect, in a moment as well. And on top of that, we have different qualities for this, right? Low, medium, high, very high, and extreme. They give you different sounds depending on where you put it. And on top of that, we have effects enhancements that are great because we can add more saturation to the low end, add more saturation to the treble or top end or high end. We have also a tone control and a detail booster, right? That increases the low level details. Also, we have a multi-band compressor. Here we increase the compression. We have the time, which is faster to the right and slower to the left. How fast or slow it behaves during the compression, right? We have also a tone, higher to the left, lower to the, higher to the right, lower to the left, right? And here we have the gain reduction. We also have a limiter, right? To prevent the signal from overloading and to take care of the output, right? We have input and output levels to compensate any volume that we might lose during the compression. So there you have it. Let's test it in this bass guitar sound. All right, let's start to use the squelch. Tilt towards the highs, more focused on the lows. Let's check out the different qualities here. Yeah, it adds some sort of modulation, right? Here is more focused on the transient. Let's enhance this bass guitar with these effects. Bass enhancement, treble saturation, detail booster, and let's compress it to finalize the sound with a more consistent and with a less dynamic sound in bass. Have the gain reduction there. Faster reaction here. And we have a much more controlled signal here on the output. Not as dynamic as this one, as the input. We have a limiter. Before, after. We can not use the Squelcher part of it and just use this before. Okay, let's check out some presets here. Sculpture. Signal collapse. Right, only $12 for this plugin, this multi-effect for low end. Right, you can use it on bass guitar, you can use it on bass synthesizers, all instruments that might have a lot of low end. This plugin will work for that. Let's continue with the next deal in this list. Smart EQ 4 has more than 50% off at Plugin Boutique. This is of course a smart, very smart EQ plugin by Sonible, right? It has the usual controls in an EQ, right, of this type, like FAB filter and stuff like that. You have like more than 20 bands that you can add here. You of course have all of the different functionalities for a dynamic as well, dynamic bands, because this is the dynamic equalizer. right? We have range, threshold, ratio, attack, and release for each one of the bands, right? And we can make it dynamic, right? Also, when we are removing or cutting frequencies, it's pretty cool to have dynamic bands sometimes, of course. But the coolest part of this plugin is the smart algorithm and the analysis that it makes of instruments, right? We have the different algorithms to analyze bass, drums, guitars, keys, speech, vocals, synth, and strings. And the other cool part is that we can analyze full mixes, right? Depending on the genre: acoustic, classical, electronic, funk, hip hop, jazz, metal, pop, punk, reggae, R&B, and soul, right? Also, we can have our own references, and we can load these references here. But for instance, I have this drum kit that I'm gonna analyze, and the plugin will give me an optimal result, and I can start from there to shaping the sound of it. But one amazing thing that the Smart EQ version 4 has is the groups, right? Where we can the plugin will check out your session, and it will put together all of the EQ, all of the Smart EQ instances that you have. It will put them together in a group here in one instance of the plugin. You don't need to go to the other plugins to shape the sounds, right? We can, for instance, I'm gonna add a group that's called Full Mix, right? And I'm gonna create this this Full Mix group, and I can add the other instances that I have. For instance, if you go to my mixing session here, I have the plugin Smart EQ4 on bass, Smart EQ4 on rhythm guitars, and Smart EQ4 on vocals, right? In this session. But from this session here, from this instance on the drum bus, I'm gonna add the other instances. Simply drag and drop here, right? Rhythms, rhythm guitars, vocals, right? And we can put it, as you see here, front, middle, and back. We can put instruments in the back, right? More, and the cool thing is that these instances will work like against each other, right? In terms of EQ, and I can learn. If we put here learn all of the 4 instances are gonna have this automatic analysis of these 4 instruments: drums, bass, guitars, and vocals, and it will make a better mix by doing so, right? So yeah, that's the, I think, best thing of Smart EQ4. We can work here on individual instruments on a big window, or we can manage these different instances of the plugin in one window and on these smaller windows, right? So for instance, let me show you some sounds. I have this mix, right? Okay, I have, as you saw, the plugin added on drums, bass, rhythm guitars, and vocals. On each one of the instruments, I have the Smart EQ4 plugin to analyze that particular instrument, right? On the drum bus, we have drum set, bass, electric guitars. Here on guitars, we have acoustic or electric guitar, so I selected electric. And vocals, we have vocals highs and lows, right? And we can reduce or increase the amount of work that they do together with this impact, right? The clashing of frequencies and stuff, it's worked here on the impact, less or more, right? So let's hear it, okay? And I'm gonna click learn. I'm gonna click learn all. All of them are working at the same time. Now, okay, Awesome. I can bypass all of the instances in a single window. Bypassed. Right, I have the drums. This is the drum EQ here. Then we have the vocals, electric guitars, bass. I can close this window and I have this, right? Here on adaptive, we can add what's the word is spectral EQ, right? Where it's more, it's dynamic as well, sort of like Goldfuss EQ, where we have, right, spectral EQ and dynamics, which is reacting to the audio in real time. And we can go and add adaptive to other parts of the instances of the plugin, right? With movements, vocals. We can reduce this. Okay, I'm gonna turn off all of the instances. Of this colorful morning, it takes me down and leaves me. Okay, so it's doing this, the bass, this to the guitars, this to the vocals. I can increase the impact of each one of them, right? Amazing plugin by Sonible, the Smart EQ4. Great dynamic equalizer and smart one. It analyzes the signal, gives you a result, and it can work with the other instances in one single plugin. Amazing stuff. Finally, let's check out this. Weird. I don't. I have the demo now, but I put a serial number here, so weird that it appeared as a demo. But anyway, this is the Safari Pedals, which costs only $5 at the moment, right? This is a very cool bus compressor for glue things together in buses of instruments or also in the mix bus. Works great. We're gonna hear it in a moment, right? It has auto gain. The more you increase the input, the output decreases, right? Let's leave it there. It has, let me show you some audio, right? You can see the audio here, and it has a clipper that can help you out with the peaks, right? We have attack, ratio, release, threshold for usual controls in a compressor, right? So we have from 26 milliseconds, so it's already a medium attack time to a very slow attack time, right? So it's meant for buses and groups and mix bus or the master instead of individual instruments, right? We have ratio from 1.2 to 8 to 1. We have release from 7, very fast release time, to 183, right? And also it has this cool algorithm of saturation where you can choose tape saturation or tube saturation or a combination of both of them. That's pretty cool. We turn it on and turn it off here, right? Glue and gravity. This is is harmonic enhancement in gravity, right? Where we can select the glue mode. We have also a wild algorithm that it's more aggressive with this. We have also a mid-side matrix that can be turned on here, where we process the mid part of the image, of the stereo image, the center of the image, or the sides, right? Or we can have a combination of both of them. If you turn it off, it's in stereo mode, right? So we have a clipper to prevent the signal from overloading. We have also oversampling, and we have a general dry and wet control with this blend, right? So let's now check it out in this drum kit that I have. Let me increase a bit the output. Okay, so let's use a medium attack time, fast release time, and let's increase the ratio. Let us know here the amounts, the values. Let's say 5:1. Okay, so we have, okay, let's start to bring up the input. And bring down the threshold. Okay, we have some compression here, some extra punch. Let's engage saturation. Okay, it's definitely audible. Tape saturation, tube. Let's go wild a bit. We have an internal sidechain filter to ignore low end. Fast attack time. Nice. Or the slow attack time. Here we have the gain reduction. I think it's important to have the clipper activated before, after. Let me put the levels like before, after. Okay, let's use it in the full mix. For instance, I'm gonna use a slow attack time, fast release time. Let's leave this ratio, and for the moment I'm gonna turn off the saturation. So let's put this here. Okay, so I'm gonna use it in a full mix now with drums, guitars, acoustic guitars, electric guitars, bass, drums, and vocals, right? So let's go.
Well, it never takes long till they leave her, stinging from the loneliest touch. Will she ever break free or just surrender again? You know it happened. Well, it never takes long till they leave her, stinging from the loneliest touch. Will she ever break free or just surrender again? You know.
Okay, and
well, it never takes long till they leave her, stinging from the loneliest touch.
I'm not gonna use the wild mode on the full mix.
Well, it never takes long till they leave her, stinging from the loneliest touch.
Before, after,
just surrender again.
With mild compression.
Well, it never takes long till they leave her.
After,
just surrender again. You know it happens too much. Well, it never takes long till they leave her, stinging from the loneliest touch. Will she ever break free or just surrender again? You know.
Okay, it gives a more cohesive feeling to the overall instruments, right?
Well, it never takes long till they leave her.
Before, after,
will she ever break free or just surrender again? You know
after.
It happens.
It's sometimes these things on the full mix might be subtle, but it's pretty cool to have all of the dynamics from all of the instruments controlled in a single bus compressor like this and have it like more glued, if you will, right? So there you have it, my friends. Those are the 5 plugins that I wanted to check out today. Let me know what you think of them. I'm always happy and interested to know your opinions about these tools. And let's see if I have some people here in the live stream. Yes, we do have some people here in the live stream. David is here. Hello, David. Null Music. Thank you so much, Amner. He says, my pleasure, my friend. Root Screen is here. Mr. Cal Golden says, Stormblade by my Canadian bud, Glenn. Like to see that here. Yeah. Hope everyone is doing well, and thanks as always. Thanks a lot, Cal, for the well wishes, my friend. And pretty cool amp simulator by Mr. Glenn Fricker, right? The MIS with Stormblade sounds great. The mix, okay, the full mix. Thanks, Cal. Denarius is here. Hello, Denarius. Lucky Rule is here. Saludos, amigo. Gracias por estar aquí. Mr. Gary Thompson is here. Hello, Mr. Gary. Denarius says Stormblade is from Elden Ring. Haha, cool. Have you seen Rick Sculpt, NAM A2, and a lot more with it, like pedals, hold search for tones, and more through the VST? It's very neat and free as of 2 days ago. I'm gonna check it out, Carl. Thanks a lot, my friend. I'm gonna write down the name here so I don't forget it. Paulie is here. I'm hooking up us all again. Thanks, Amner. Paulie, thanks a lot for your comment. Dave Ian is here. Hello, Dave. Thanks a lot, my friends. I appreciate it very much. Hope that you enjoy the freebies. Let me know if you have a favorite from today's list. Before we leave, remember that I have some free stuff on my website, some free PDF guides and ebooks, some extra free tools such as collections of guitar impulses for different rock and metal applications, and also drum sample packs for the same applications. Also, don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I'm updating almost on a daily basis with tons of content like this. Thank you so much for the attention, guys. I see you very soon.